we're talking about this, Trevor, and this is what's lost on everyone. We were the narrative for so long in pro wrestling between AEW and WWE has been that, oh, look at all of these WWE guys going over to AEW. Look at all these
Yep.
defections. The AEW is getting AEW is the trendy place to be. It's the best place to be. The only thing that could work in WWE's favor, the only thing that could change the tide in that sense, is having a a founding pillar of the company defecting from that company. I don't think defecting is a perfect example of what the situation is, but
Not in this
that's what
situation. No, you're right.
that's what the narrative's going to be. The
Hmm.
first big defection from AEW, we were always wondering who it was going to be. The first big defection, no one in their wildest dreams thought it was going to be Cody Rhodes. Yet here we are, apparently, just who knows how long away
Seconds.
from this becoming a reality. Cody Rhodes is going to be, in all likelihood, the first defection from AEW to WWE. And for WWE, that is a huge narrative win, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. I mean that in this invisible war that's happening with between WWE and then AEW, it's yeah, it's a big notch on their belt, a huge notch on their belt. But what's funny is, Omar, the one that we thought was going to be the first to go was MJF, and it's not, which is actually a little shocking, but it's not. But if you sit there and like just mull it over your head and you think about all the matchups that Cody could potentially have, this could be, like you said, some of his best work, if not his best work in his career. Like one popped in my head when we were talking about this. Him and Seth Rollins could tear the house down.
That's the match. I mean,
Him
that's the match, right? That's going to be a match whenever he
him and Seth Rollins
debuts.
will definitely tear the house down. That would be an amazing match. Like I could see him in. I mean, and he's agile enough. He's big enough to go in there with Bobby Lashley. That'd be a good one too. Honestly, him and Drew McIntyre. Like you have so many great matchups that you can potentially put in here. It makes sense, right? I mean, like this could potentially be some of the best work you see from Cody Rhodes, and I know that's hard to believe when he's had so many great matches with Aldis and uh, I can't even think of the rest of the people he's wrestled. He wrestled so many damn people, but like some of the matches he's had with being part of the Bullet Club over in New Japan, like this honestly is, in my opinion, might be some of his best work. If it works out in his favor, if it works out correctly, they do it right, could be some of his best work.
If I mean, it is all. I mean, again, if it's all a matter of time before this happens, I do want to get into the wrestling fan component of it, and I said like, if Cody signs, WWE finally gotten their first defection, and how will it play in the larger wrestling war? And I think I mean that in the both the narrative for both of the companies, right? Because AEW for the longest time has been, kind of leading the narrative being like, oh, well, we don't fire anyone like the other company. Everyone wants to be here. You have more freedom than you would have in the other company, right? And then like the biggest damnation of all that would be Cody Rhodes going to WWE. And if
Right.
WWE, you have to think they are smart enough, right, to know that and they're smart enough and they are ruthless enough in their practice against another company. That's one thing you cannot say that Vince isn't. Vince is ruthless when it comes to trying to shit on his competition. He did it when
Absolutely.
AEW first started. He obviously did it with WCW. If there's a chance for him to go out there and one up AEW, and Cody Rhodes will just cut promos where he will bash AEW, like genuinely,
Yep.
like at least for the first few months he's there, and that's how he probably should be used genuinely. I think that that's the best use for him in WWE's perspective and what they want to accomplish. Hey everyone, we hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Until next time, keep it real.